permit.
Sabi nila, yung bossing tomador na alam na doon is binabagsak lang dito sa bayan ng hindi dito nagmamanufacture.
Ayon sa FDA, walang health permit sa kanilang tanggapan ang brand ng manok.
Kung wala ka lang muna doon, hindi ka compliant sa standard. Hindi siya safe for human consumption.
Ayon naman sa barangay officials ng Mangilag Sur kung saan ginagawa ang kontrobersyal na lambanog, walang barangay business permit ang pagawaan. Mariz Laksamana, ABS-CBN News, Quezon.
Kung dati binabasa dahil sa kanyang role bilang Jade sa halik, ngayon nagiging sumbungan na si Liam Concepcion ng mga nakaka-relate sa kanyang papel bilang kabit. Nagpapatrol si Jeff Fernando.
Sunod-sunod ang mga ganap sa buhay ni Jade sa halik. Nabuntis, na lamang pinagsamantalahan siya ni Ace. Nahuling ng bababae si Ace. Ipinaako kay Lino ang pagbubuntis at muling bumalik sa bahay ng mga Bartolome. Kwento niya, magkakaroon ng turning point ang kwento.
Ang umaasahan natin yung second chances. Usahan natin yan na parang even though you're a bad person, there's always hope to change and to be better.
Hati naman ang ilang fans kung dapat bang magkabalikan sila ulit ni Lino.
Feeling ko kasi sa lahat ng mga nagawa ni Jade, she's not deserving of this love anymore. But I feel like kung mahal talaga na yung isa't isa, love always wins.
Dahil markada si Jade bilang umiibig sa may asawa, kwento niya, maraming true-to-life Jade ang humihingi ng advice sa kanya sa social media.
Maraming nag-DM sa akin, sabi nila, we're mistress also. And I say, you Jade, kasi nagmahalak naman tayo. Ikaw na magmahal at to be a mistress. And no one wants to be a mistress. And I'm not saying that it's right to be a mistress, but we can't judge them. Diba? Kasi iba yung sitwasyon nila eh, diba? Huwag
Extended hanggang March 2019 ang halik, kaya ipinagpaliban muna ni Yam ang bakasyon sa States. Bunga naman kay Yam sa pagbida sa hit teleserye, ang nakakasang bagong pelikula at bagong endorsements. Jeff Fernando, ABS-CBN News.
At yan ang mga balitang nakalap sa mas malawak na pagpapatrol.
Kapamilya, 12 days na lamang Pasko na. Sa ating malasakit sa isa't isa, maihahatid natin ang pag-asa.
Maraming salamat at magandang gabi, bayan!
At sama-samang maninindigan. Sa eleksyon 2019, pusuan ang totoo.
The GMA News and Public Affairs Election 2019 Advocacy.
The thing I like most about being Filipino is how much fun we can have. We're a festive people, and we can get along with anyone.
The Filipinos I've met will always have that sense of home.
I can't make myself into somebody that I'm not.
It's just amazing how resilient women are, especially like Filipino women. If you're given a task, you do it. If you have that, you're valuable everywhere.
Becoming Filipino is about embracing who you really are.
It's that richness that you feel being with the group of folks that have unique commonalities with.
Philippines is an amazing cuisine, but it's the balance in which you do it that makes it good. They decide to go and try to help the community. It's something to be proud of.
You're always going to be Filipino no matter what you do.
I have love for the Philippines so much. That's something that I keep hearing here. My family came here from the Philippines by way of Guam. They were there for a few years before moving to Long Beach, and that's where my brother grew up and where I was born. Well, it was very eventful growing up in a because every Friday and Saturday was a big Filipino party, and you have to have mango and laing and lechon. Love it. My dad had 15 brothers and sisters, and so most of them are in America or in LA. There was always somewhere to go. There's always something to do. I don't know how to speak Tagalog. I can tell when they're talking about me, I do know, the basic Tagalog, like, oh, isa pa, when they're taking pictures, or like, kain na, telling you to eat, because that's what Filipinos were always eating. I'd be lying if I said I didn't face my own little identity crisis being a Filipino American. You know, you hit high school, people point out that you're different. I didn't even know I was anything different. You know, I just knew I was me. I went through several phases, trying to figure out who I was, and there was one phase where I didn't want to say I was Filipino. I'm Filipino, but not really. I'm not like other Filipinos. Originally, I was a dancer for Copper Modern out of UC Irvine, and I met a manager, a Filipino manager in LA. His name was Oliver Carne, and he gave me his card. You know, one day, I was curious, see what it would be like. I called him up. He got me into an acting class, and by the third week, I just fell in love with it. What made me fall in love with acting was the first time I was able to actually step out of my own comfort zone and kind of into another character. The release that had on me and the pressure of the stuff I was going through at that time was amazing. It was indescribable, really. So I knew by then it was something I had to explore further.
Our deal is he just had to graduate from college first, and have a degree, before he can fully go to acting, which he did.
The biggest Filipino influences on me would be both my parents, just because my dad, he was an actor in the Philippines. For a time in the 70s with Sampaguita, he was managed by Herman Moreno, which is, I guess they call him Kuya Germs. So he was the first time I got to see, oh, this is your dad's headshot. He was an artista.
We call it teenage heartthrob or something like that,
No big deal. I was just a young teenage heartthrob.
I kind of quit early after my contract with Sampaguita studio. Big actors, we were together, like Tirso and Rudy.
Being a Filipino hasn't been hurtful for me. I mean, because I know that I am a little bit ethnic ambiguous Filipino Asian, so it hasn't really been hurtful because a lot of the auditions I go out for now are calling for all ethnicity, which leaves a bit of more of an open mind with casting and production. If it was calling for a Filipino, they're usually looking for someone a little more with a brown complexion in mind. They're very specific. I do realize that over here, when they are calling specifically for a Filipino character, I'll get submitted by my representation. I'll get in the room and I'll be able to audition. It's not a bad thing. You really have to be comfortable with who you are and know what other people look at you as. That doesn't change the way I feel about me or my Filipino heritage. For anybody watching this who wants to get into the business, Filipino American, don't rely on that to help you out. Keep it right here and know that you might face some barriers, but it's okay. And to use that as that chip to keep fighting and keep going, because at the end of the day, it's all about your craft and your talent. And if they can see that, especially with where Hollywood's going as far as diversity is concerned, is they actually want to see the talent. So they will look right past you being a Filipino, and they'll see how good you are.
Him succeeding, and the career that he chose. I know it's hard. So especially here, I mean, Hollywood is Hollywood. What is in right now is already a big deal. I mean, to get into the major, primetime TV show, that's pretty big. I'm very proud.
Really, my mom was the glue to the family. She was the one who was very, like it is in Filipino culture, about family and faith and loyalty. She's the one who brought the family together and wanted to uphold tradition. So if anything, I learned about work ethic from my dad, who was at his own business 14 to 16 hours a day, and my mom, who was really making sure the family got to eat together. I wouldn't say I'm more proud to be Filipino or more proud to be American. I only know my own life, and I've never had to separate myself from either of the two. I do know where my parents come from, and so I have love I have love for the Philippines so much, and that's something that I keep hearing here, you know, wherever I go.
GMA Records proudly presents singer-songwriter Roxanne.
The tree's decorated and the tinsel is hung, which means it's time to wrap up your holidays with RC Willie's huge store sale. We can help you get ready for holiday entertaining. This dining set is $7.99 and this set
Gusto niyo
is
sa taas
$11.99.
manood ng Jeopardy? Sa taas manood ng Jeopardy?
For just $5.49. Get this Beauty Rest Silver Elite Queen mattress for $15.99. Plus, get a free Nintendo Switch. This children's Starlight Diner playset is just $49 with purchase. RC Willie's.
Ito. Yung parang